All right, guys, welcome to our team call. It's December 10th already. I don't know about you, but I am having a double stick Ionix tea before bed tonight because I am letting and allowing the stress to get to me with so much going on before the holidays. And I do it to myself every year. I take on a little more than I should, and then I start to feel that stress coming on. And this is when I'm ever so grateful that we have products that can really help combat that for us and help us. So, if anyone else is feeling it with me, that's one of my secret weapons is I'll do Ionix liquid in the morning, I'll do hot tea at night, and I'll do an e-shot, or sometimes if I need to, I'll do two during the day to really help manage that stress and manage my attitude to get me through the busyness of this season that's supposed to be joy-filled and happy. So if you're like me and you tend to say yes to too many things and get yourself a little overwhelmed, thank God we have this arsenal that we can fight that with. But I see John's back, so let's see, John, let me unmute you here. Can you hear us, John? Uh-oh. Nothing. He's on here twice. I see him twice with no volume. All right, so a couple things that I'll share while we're waiting for all the technical issues to be resolved here is we are up to 144 people going to New Year's kickoff in Phoenix. If you are not registered yet, I see a thumbs up. Yes, if you are not registered yet, guys, get yourself there. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself there. First of all, many of you are East Coasters, or at least, from Ohio out east. And you know what our weather can be like in January. So just getting a break from that weather and being in sunny, beautiful Arizona, you're going to love that. You're going to feel happier and your mood will change immediately just because of the beautiful weather. Right, Susan Wheeler? Yep. So definitely get yourself there, guys. If money is an issue, figure it out. Get together with some roommates, get the cost down that way. But I'm going to have John talk about New Year's kickoff and really why you don't want to miss it. I can tell you this. My son, getting him to New Year's kickoff in San Antonio a few years ago now, was what completely changed everything for him. And now he's doing this business full time with me. And that's the same one I think John went to as well, Susan's son. And it is something like an event can absolutely get someone so fired up about the business that everything changes for them. So let's see if we can hear John. John?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Oh, it's not good, John.
Oh, no. Okay, let me see. I'm going to walk real quick and just see if I can get a little bit better signal. Would that be okay?
Sure. I hear you a little better now.
So you can hear me a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry. I'm going to jump on real quick. I've got one other solution, and it's going to work.
Well,
okay?
you know what? I'm hearing you right now. So let's go with this.
Okay.
Let's go with this, and I'll give you a sign if it stops working. But you're probably hearing me talk about New Year's kickoff. I'm still doing a push to get more people there, John. So let's share with everybody, why do we want them there?
Oh, absolutely. Well, first of all, we are really low on tickets right now, meaning we only have a few tickets left. We have, last time I checked, we had under 300 tickets available, right? So the amount that we have left and available is very low. I mean, so if you are planning to go, you need to get tickets in order to go, because we're going to be running out of tickets, I think, fairly soon. Now, this NYKO, I have to tell you, is going to be different than the other ones that we've had before. This one, we've been working on it and working on a new approach where we're really going to be focusing on results and how to help people really understand what Isagenix is, where we're going, hero in this. And you're going to learn that and how to align yourself with Isagenix at NYKO in a way that you've not been able to before. Now, when it comes to meetings, you may have been to meetings before, but this is going to be, is it okay? It's not great, is it?
It's not great.
I'm going to try.
Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. Let me see if I can actually find just a little bit better and I really apologize, everyone. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. You try to find better. I didn't give you a proper introduction, so.
No problem here.
All right. I'm going to give you the proper introduction while you try to.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be right back in just 1 second.
Okay. So guys, I didn't give John the proper introduction. He needs no introduction. I think you all know who he is. He has been in the industry of network marketing for 16 years now. And many of you were probably on the call where I had him on when our oils came out and he scared the living daylights out of me. I got so many messages after that call. And then people that watched the video, he had the balloon and he dropped a drop of oil on it and it popped. And I was not, I mean, I knew what he was going to do. And still I'm a jumpy person. I jumped and it was funny. So anyway, he was with an oil company before. So he's great knowledge when it comes to oils and all of that. But he has built a business. Him and his wife have been in our shoes. They've experienced the highs that we've all experienced. They've experienced the lows that we've all experienced. So I love when I get corporate people on a call for you and they can give you the corporate perspective, but when they have actually done what we've done and they've walked in our shoes, I just absolutely love that. And John is honestly one of my favorite people. If you've seen him present, he's hysterically funny. He'll always say that he married up. He is married to a beautiful, beautiful woman that I've gotten to know. We were on the cruise together and she is just a gem, but she's very lucky too. He's just a really great man and I'm so excited to share him with you tonight. And let's see, did he pop back on? I think he's still having issues. All right, so what I'm going to have him share about is definitely why you want to beat a New Year's kickoff. They're doing things a little bit differently, so we definitely want you guys to get there. And we want you, those of you that are here building a business, it is the most important thing for you to be promoters of all events. I just got back. You guys have heard me talking about GoPro, and I did a live in ISA for Wealth today from GoPro. And Eric Worre talks about how if you want success in this business, you have to be a professional promoter of events. So we kind of laughed. I was with our team that was there. We had Polly and Allie and my son Tyler and his girlfriend Zoe, and we were all there talking. And when he was talking about events, I'm nudging everybody saying, see, this is why I harp on events all the time, because Eric Worre says you have to be a professional promoter of events in order to be successful. And the more people you get to events, the more successful you will be. All right, I see John back. What do you think, John? Oh, he still looks frozen. My goodness. All right, if you can hear me, when you've got it together, just unmute yourself and let's see if we'll...
How is that? Is that any better?
Right now.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I'm a firm believer that when something goes wrong, like technical difficulties, it means that great things are coming. Would you guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Well, I'm very excited to talk to you about what we can be doing and the events that we have coming up. Now, if you had heard previously, we were talking about NYKO and the importance of being at NYKO and what that event is going to mean for all of us, really. And that event will be an event that when you go to, you will remember. It'll be one of those events where people will be talking about it for a very long time because of what it's going to mean for the company, what it's going to mean for Isagenix, because of the focus of what we're going to be teaching people now going forward. We're really going to be focused on results and helping people to be able to best share those results better than any other way. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Awesome. So
I love it.
Go ahead.
So I wanted to talk, and Cindy, we had talked briefly about the things that we would discuss. And again, tell me if I'm not coming through clearly. I really apologize. This normally works without any problems. It is on my side, so I apologize about that. But Cindy, one thing that we talked about is really ending the year strong and different ways that we can end the year strong. And one of the first ways that I recommend that you can end the year just strong as can be is to take advantage of the Welcome Back promotion that we have currently. Now, you may or may not know about the Welcome Back promotion, but what it allows you to do is to offer to people who have been with Isagenix previously, you're able to offer to them a free membership, 10% off, and they are able to get their position back in the tree, back where they were originally, And in addition to that, you're also able to give them a $10 coupon off their second order. Now, this program is really, really powerful, and it can help you to keep some momentum through the holiday season, because these are people that you work.
Uh-oh. These are people you worked with. I know that's what he was going to say. Sounds like. Here we go.
And I apologize, everyone. I'm so sorry. So welcome back. The way that you'll get into the welcome back promotion, by the way, is you will be able to go. I'm so sorry.
Hey,
Give me one more try.
One thing with owning your own business, you need to learn to be flexible and adaptable and not get upset about the little stuff. I get mad at myself when I do. So don't worry about it, John. We're just glad you're able to be with us.
Okay, so is this any better?
We can't see you at all, but we can hear you.
Okay, so I might turn my video off so you're just getting the audio, because that might be best. Would that be okay?
Sure, give that a try.
All right, everybody, is that any better? Can you hear me any better?
Right now, we hear you.
Beautiful. So, Cindy, what I was sharing is the importance of the welcome back promotion. The welcome back promotion allows people to come back in the original position at 10% off their initial order, plus they get the free membership. Now, this is huge because there's a lot of people out there who are open to your message because you told them about the message before, and they maybe want to hit their goals again, or they have additional goals that they want to hit now. So
what he recommends is that you follow up with everyone that is in your back office. When you click on personally enrolled, it will show you all of your people who are in green. They're highlighted green. Those are the people that are eligible for welcome back. So if you have not contacted each one of those people individually, take the opportunity to do that now, because this is the thing. I think so much of people's mindset around December is they just turn off. People that are building the business just assume that because it's busy this time of year, people aren't going to be interested. Don't assume that. I have had people, I remember getting Jen Gardner and Maria Dillon, two of our 100-pound club earners, through the holidays. They lost weight through the holidays. So please do not feel like this is a time people will not get started. Yes, they're spending money on Christmas gifts, but their health is still a priority. So make sure that you're following up with all of those greens. And then also dig deep down in your tree, guys. If you've got some 2 PETs, maybe you've got some personally enrolled people that are not really doing the business that much anymore, follow up and try to see if their people that they've brought in might be eligible for the welcome back, and really hit this hard. If you haven't done it yet, I know a lot of you have, but if you haven't done it yet, let's hit that hard. All right, I'm going to move on to the next question. We'll see if he is available to help us. John, I was going to ask you, what are some other things that we could be doing to drive sales here in December? You know, gift giving is a big one. Are you able to speak to that at all?
Absolutely. So gift giving is a big one, and we've currently got the holiday gift giving guide. Now,
we have the holiday gift giving guide. I feel like I'm playing charades or Pictionary or something. Finish what the person says game. We have the holiday gift giving guide. So guys, just think about this. Those of you that have children maybe in school and you need a little gift for the teachers, I found some really cute, not that expensive coffee mugs. I put one of our bags of coffee in it, wrap it with saran wrap, a pretty bow. It's a beautiful gift. Our oils, oh my gosh, you guys. I bought a couple of the sets of oils to get the free diffuser, and I'm giving so many people oils, not the whole set. I love everyone, but I don't usually give extravagant gifts like that to everyone. So I'm breaking the sets up and I'm getting multiple gifts out of one set of oils. And then one special person maybe will get a diffuser. So think about that. Who might enjoy the diffuser? Who might enjoy the oils? And that can be something for you to give. Guys, you could make little goodie bags with just a couple days worth of products. Maybe put a couple shakes and a couple bars in little goodie bags and give them to your postman, to your FedEx driver, UPS, all of your drivers, think outside the box. If you have pets and you take your pet to the veterinarian, or you do any kind of, doggy daycare or anything like that, everyone that is on your Christmas gift giving list, think if they would enjoy some of our products as a gift. Now, I don't give everyone weight loss products for Christmas presents, but I might give someone, the bars are, my gosh, that's a healthy snack for everyone, and that's not going to offend someone if I give them a box of bars. So think creatively, how can you use these products? Shop from your store. When you shop from your store, you're making money on your Christmas purchases. Now that's absolutely amazing. All right, are we back, John?
Yes, Cindy, can you hear me any better with this?
I can hear you. Do you hear me when I'm talking so we don't duplicate each other? Can you hear what I'm saying?
I can hear you. Yep. Am I coming any clearer? I apologize, everybody. I promise you the content I'm going to give you is worth just a little bit of frustration at the beginning. Would that be okay, everybody?
This is the clearest you've sounded, so we're just all crossing our fingers and our toes and everything.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right.
Well, one thing I wanted to bring up that was really important is as you're giving gifts and as you're reaching out to people and as you're reaching out to them for the Welcome Back campaign, right? The thing that you want to do is work smart. Work as smart as you can. And the smartest way to work is to ask for referrals. Just ask everybody you talk to if there is anyone else who would be interested. You don't understand how much work you have to put in to find someone maybe that you don't know before, compared to talking to someone who you said, listen, I talked to Jim. Jim told me you might be interested in this. I wanted to reach out to you and have a conversation. That kind of referral can create an enrollment engine in your business. So make sure as you're reaching out to people, giving them gifts, thinking about what products we have that they would be interested in, especially in the holiday season. And then especially as you're reaching out to people with Welcome Back, let's say they're interested. Great. Then ask them as they're coming back in through the Welcome Back program, ask them, hey, is there anyone who would want to do this with you, right? You're going to get better results if you do this with someone else. And in addition to that, if they say, no, I'm not really that interested, you can say, hey, that's okay. I understand. We'll talk to you maybe in the new year, but is there anyone you know that would be interested, that would want to keep their weight, from going up over the holiday season? So if you're not asking for referrals to every single person you're talking to, whether you know them before or you don't know them, you are not working as smart as you could be. And I want you to have massive success. So make sure that you're asking for referrals with each person that you talk to. Would that be all right?
Yes, that's awesome. And we're getting some comments too in the chat. So for those of you that didn't see that, Susan Wheeler did a live video in ISA for Wealth today talking about gifts under $25. So we should probably be doing that in HHP too. So maybe, Susan, we can do the same thing in the product page, because I think
Actually, I'm sorry. I did it in HHP.
Okay, good. And Lisa Wise Guy said she wants to give her laser ship driver a gift. That's really sweet of you, Lisa. And Lori, I loved your idea. Teachers getting a peppermint oil, cranberry bar, and ISA hand cream. What a great gift. So guys, do share your gift ideas in the comments for everyone. All right, John, how about what other activities could we all be doing to boost business during the holidays? I think we're around so many more people this time of year. We go to holiday parties, work get-togethers, gatherings, and I know I can get Isagenix in about every conversation that I have in a comfortable way. So maybe, if you can share anything about, all the things that we'll be doing this time of year and people will be around, how can we capitalize on that?
Oh, Now I have to tell you, Cindy, one thing I love about this industry is something I call the whip effect. And the whip effect is that the work that you do now, you're going to get a benefit now, but the real benefit starts to show up at about 90 days later. So when you enroll someone, you get them started, you help them get other people started, you have some growth right then. But the real growth, the real benefit comes a little bit later, and it's called the whip effect. Now, you currently have the business, each and every one of you have the business that you built 90 days ago, right? I want you to think about that. Now, the pipeline that you created, the connections you created, everything that you have right now, you actually built 90 days ago. So what you want to do is build right now to keep the growth up through the holiday season, because a lot of other people are taking their foot off the gas, but that's not you. That's not what you're going to do. You're not going to take your foot off the gas. You understand the whip effect. You understand that if you're putting the work in right now, you're going to get the benefit in a big way, not only right now, but also later on in your business. And you're going to be ahead of other people, which is going to be great. You're going to love that. So there's a lot of great ways that you can connect with other people. You want to be kind of in their sphere, right? Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. One of the best ways to do that is to send out holiday cards. If there is someone that you have not connected with for a long time, send them a holiday card. It can be an e-card or it can be a physical card, but just let them know that you're thinking about them. It's a phenomenal way to connect with them. Totally socially acceptable, very easy, and they are going to be grateful to you for that. So send out holiday cards, and it is a phenomenal time to connect with people to show them that you're grateful for them. If someone has done something nice to you, reach out to them and tell them, hey, I just wanted to, at the end of the year, just wanted to say thank you for this thing that you did, or what you are to me. These are phenomenal ways to connect with people, and it makes a ton of sense right now. Now, a lot of people say, well, listen, I'm not going to be building my business during the holiday season, but they're actually missing the best time to connect with people because it makes so much sense to connect with people. Sending out cards, showing them gratitude, reaching out to them in a variety of different ways because it makes a ton of sense. Now, there are two great ways to connect with people, okay? Now, the gratitude is a phenomenal way to connect with them. But what I want to do is I want to tell you a little about these two other ways, okay? Now, it's called the hero effect and reciprocity. Now, as you're meeting new people or people that you don't know very well, acquaintances, you oftentimes need to break down the barriers that are there. There's two phenomenal ways to do that. The first one is reciprocity. Now, there was this really interesting study that was done at Cornell University where they had people who were brought in, and what they were doing is in this waiting room, they were to go in, and there was a study that they didn't realize was happening. But they were brought into a room, and we were told to do some type of activity, which really wasn't what was being studied. What was being studied, what was happened before they were brought into the room. So they were sitting in a waiting room with someone else, and in the first study group, or the first group that they looked at, there were two people. One of them was an actor, and the actor in the first group didn't do anything, didn't say anything. Then they went in, they did the little study, and then they came out, and at the end of it, the actor was supposed to ask the other person if they'd be willing to buy some raffle tickets for his charity or her charity, right? And so they did that with the first group, no conversation beforehand. At the end of it, just said, hey, by the way, I'm selling tickets to my raffle tickets for my charity. Would you buy some, right? Now, the second group, this is what's fascinating. The second group, what they did was they had the two people in there and they had the actor. And what the actor would do is they'd say, listen, I'm going to go get myself a drink, and we're just waiting here for this thing to get started. Would you like me to get you a drink? Would you like me to get you something? Right? Now, whether they did or whether they didn't, it still impacted what happened next. Now, after they did the same exact thing, where after they had the little study, which wasn't really what was being studied, the person, the actor, was to ask them, hey, would you buy tickets to my raffle tickets to my charity? Now, this is what they found. And remember this. They had 100% more tickets sold. 100% more tickets sold if there was in the second group, meaning that people felt a level of reciprocity. They felt like they needed to do something nice for someone who had done something nice for them. If you want to increase your sales by 100%, increase your connections by 100%, increase everything by 100%, do nice things for people. Talk to them, right? Have a giving heart. Send them a card. Do something that they would absolutely love, right? And just start a conversation. And it's a great way to continue that conversation. So reciprocity, I want you, and I challenge you to look for ways to serve or do nice things for other people. Now, this is not with the intent of I'm going to sell you something. No, you're going to do this because you are a good person, you're a kind person, and because of reciprocity, they're going to be more open to your message. Whether they do it or not, they are proven by science going to be more open to the message you give them. So reciprocity. The second one is the hero effect. Now, I call it the hero effect not because you're the hero. The hero effect is because you're going to make them the hero. Now, people, this is really interesting science, people like people who ask for help from them. You're making them a hero. Now, this is actually from Benjamin Franklin. He actually had a person that he was kind of in a little battle with. They didn't like each other at all. And so what Benjamin Franklin did is he went and he asked this person, they didn't like each other, they were enemies. He asked that person if he could borrow a book. asked him if he could borrow a book. And the person said, well, sure, yeah, I'll lend you the book. And that person eventually thought, you know what? Benjamin Franklin must not be that bad. If he's asked me for my book and my expertise on this, he must realize that I'm pretty phenomenal. I'm a pretty great guy. And they actually ended up being great friends, right? So he was able to turn an enemy into a friend. But what I would like you to do is think about different ways you can actually ask for help from people. Now, I don't want you to say, hey, listen, I noticed that you have a truck and I'm moving this weekend. So if you wouldn't mind, I would love it if you would bring your truck over and help me move. They will not like you very much if you do that. However, if you ask for a small thing, just a small kindness, it might be just, hey, would you mind grabbing that door? Or, hey, could you reach that right there? Anything. Just as you talk to a person, especially strangers, this works so well with strangers, ask them to do something for you. Just small, and it brings down the barriers. They'll actually like you more because you asked them for something. You made them a hero, and they're going to like you more. Scientifically proven, they're going to like you more. So 2 phenomenal ways to connect with people that you either don't know well or don't know at all is first, reciprocity, do something nice for them, or second, hero effect, ask them to do something nice for you.
Awesome. Love that. Okay, my next question for you, John, is what planning and preparing can everybody be doing to get ready for New Year's kickoff, and knowing that we've got a big incentive that's going to be launched? Like, what should people be doing to end this year strong?
Cindy, I love that question. I love it because you are either going to love me or you're going to hate me on this call right now. Then there's only, if you do what I tell you to do next, you're going to love me. If you don't do it, then I've warned you, and you're going to hate me later on. You're going to say, John warned me, but I didn't do what he asked me to do, and so now I'm angry at John, right? So I want you to love me, so do what I'm going to ask you to do next. We have got a 15 enrollment challenge. Now, that is the Cougar 15 enrollment challenge. They started this on September 18th. Now, what they've asked you to do is to enroll 15 people at least 100 BV, and to do that between September 18th and December 31st. If you do this, you will have a leg up and an advantage in the promotion that we are launching in the new year. I promise you, I don't care what you like or do not like in trips, you will like the trip, the promotion that we have planned, and you will have a huge advantage if you get your 15 enrollments. If you get 14 enrollments, if you get 12 enrollments, it's not going to help you. If you get your 15 enrollments, you're going to love me. You're going to be so happy you listened to me. If you get 10, you're going to be sad, and I don't want you to be sad. So make sure you get your 15 enrollments. It's the best way right now to focus yourself on getting those enrollments and finishing strong through the end of the year. Now, you don't want to experience this alone. You want to be there with other people. So I want you to reach out to your team members, whether they're building strong or not. I want you to reach out to them and invite them to join you on this 15 enrollment challenge. Don't assume that they know about it, and don't assume that even though they know about it, that they really are engaged in it. I want you to reach out to them and say, hey, would you do this with me? There's John Raines, the redheaded guy. He told me that it's going to be so worth my while if I get the 15 enrollments, and I want someone who's going to keep me accountable. Would you be my accountability partner in this? Let's do this together. I want both of us to go on have this experience in the new year, right? So I want you to get your own goal, and I want you to talk to the leaders on your team, and I want you to inspire them. Do that with everybody. Let them know that you're committed to it, and ask them if they will commit with you and do it with you. It will be huge for them, huge for their business, and it'll be great for your business. Now, that's the most important thing, okay? Do that. We also have some things that are coming up in the next few weeks that I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by. We are not resting on our laurels at the end of the year. There's some great things that are coming up. So stay tuned to Isagenix Business. Listen to Cindy. She knows all. She is all. She's the coolest. So make sure you are connected to her and connected to Isagenix Business, connected and watch what's coming through, and make sure you connect with your team as quickly as possible as it comes through.
Okay, so that's a little teaser. And what I'm wondering, John, and you can talk to me privately about this later, but I want to do an incentive for my team for anyone who does accomplish the 15 enrollments. Is there a way to track that, a report that we'll be able to figure out who in our team has achieved this?
Yeah. Hey, for you, Cindy, for you, anything. I've got a reporting group here, and I will ask them to get a report so you can see your entire team and where they're at with the 15 enrollment challenge.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I really want people to be motivated to do this. What do you have to say to someone that maybe only has 1 or 2 enrollments in and they have got a long way to go, and now it's December 10th and we're coming upon the last couple of weeks of this? What can you say to maybe help them not feel like they're so far out of it? Why bother trying?
Great question. It's actually a quote from Henry Ford that I love. And he said, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. And this is the truth. Whether you've got 0 enrollments or 1 enrollment or 14 enrollments, there's still plenty of opportunity for you to get your full 15 enrollments. You can absolutely still do it. There's things that are happening now that are going to be well worth it if you push for it. But this is what you have to do. You have to decide and commit that you're going to do it. Someone who has 0 enrollments and commits to getting 15 is going to do much better than someone who has 13 enrollments and is like, I don't know. I'm not sure. It's towards the end of the year. I don't know if I can do it. I would put my money on the person with 0 enrollments who is fully committed to doing it. When we commit, we open ourselves up in a way that we can't do it if we're just ho-hum about it. When we commit, our mind starts to open up in different ways because things become possible for us. So if you are not committed to getting your 15, do it now. Think about it. See yourself getting your 15 and see how good it will feel. Really envision how good it will feel to get your 15 enrollments, to get a high five from me, to get a high five from Cindy. Think about it and think about how great it will be to have an advantage in the new year as you're going into it's going to be the best promotion I think we've ever done. And so I really want you to envision yourself there, having achieved it, and then commit to the work that it takes to do it. You are going to gain so much more by doing this than by just having another holiday season. I guarantee you have had holiday seasons before where you've come out the other end of that holiday season and you are maybe not any better for it. It was just another holiday season. This can be the season where you step up, where you commit, and you grow your business in a big, powerful way. So whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. You need to commit if you're going to do it and make it happen.
That's awesome. That's one of my husband's favorites. So he's like loving that you just said that. All right. So in my opinion, if you have a lot of enrollments to get in yet before the end of the year, you're going to have to 10x your efforts. And so my local team here just had a sip and sample tonight. They made a festive, beautiful holiday punch with cranberries in it and sliced oranges. It was so neat. They made salted caramel, protein pancakes and protein balls and cookies. And it was just a festive, fun party. So think outside the box. One-on-one calls, it's going to take you a lot longer. Have a party, have a sip and sample, have a gathering, do some online events, do whatever it takes, but don't look at your calendar with nothing on it and think you'll get 15 enrollments by the end of December. Your calendar will have to be full of appointments, meetings, parties, however you want to go about it. But the more events that you have and the more people you're talking to, the higher the probability you'll be able to secure your 15 enrollments by the end of the year. Awesome. All right, John, is there anything else that you want to add or share with this group before we close?
Absolutely. As you're pushing for this, I want you to do something that's a little different. And by what I mean it's a little different is it's a little different. What I would like you to do is I want you to expand your current circles. And I want you to do this with the intent of meeting people who would be interested in this, interested not only in getting healthier and wealthier, but interested in helping other people get healthier and wealthier. And what I want you to do is to create new circles. We get into patterns, not because patterns are bad, but because patterns make it easier to live our life. And I want you to jump out of some of those patterns. So if you have ever wanted to go volunteer in anything, in any aspect, in any way, I want you to go and volunteer. And you're going to meet people like you who are volunteering, people that you would like. I want you to shop in different stores. If you shop at a Target near your house, I want you to drive a little further and shop at another Target. I want you to drive a little further and go to a different store. Don't shop in the same stores because you will likely see the same people. Now, there's plenty of strangers that you don't know at your stores currently, but why not push yourself? Try to meet new people that you don't know before. So get out of your current circle. I want you to go to a different gym. I want you to take classes. I want you to improve. If you've always wanted to take an art class or a dance class, I want you to do that with the intent of making great connections. I want you to take co-ed sports. If you've ever wanted to take sports, right? If you've ever wanted to play softball, whatever it might be, basketball, I want you to do that. And it's all with the intent of getting out of your current circles, getting into new circles, expanding yourself. Because what I found is that creates the most amount of success, is you're constantly expanding your circles, meeting new people, setting great intentions. Now, Randy Gage, who is a phenomenal network marketer, has made millions and millions of dollars. He one time said, listen, I met most of my team, which made me millions of dollars, by joining a co-ed softball team. That's what did it. That's what did it. Now, if he had just said, listen, I'm just going to stay at home and I'm going to email a few people, he would not have had the success that he has. You are a connector. You are going to connect with people and they're going to want what you have to share with them. So I challenge you to find new circles, expand your circle, volunteer, shop in new stores, go to different gyms, take classes you've always wanted to take up sports you've always wanted to take. I want you to live your life in a way that expands your circles so you have more people to invite to the meetings and to create that success for you. So if you're willing to do that, I just want you to stare at the screen. That's all you have to do. Just stare at the screen if you're going to do it. Looks like everyone's going to do it. Good.
That's great. I love that advice because that's so true. I tell people all the time, I drive a half an hour to take an Orange Theory class because I want to meet new people. We have a little tiny shopping mall near me, but I drive a half an hour or an hour, sometimes 2 hours so that I can meet new people. We heard a great story at GoPro in Vegas. This is, you guys are going to laugh at this, and no one on my team, I can't imagine, would do this, but you could do something similar that doesn't cost as much money. But this one lady that is a 7-figure income earner got on stage, and she said when her business stalled for a while, we talked a lot about momentum, and it was very, very, it made us feel so awesome about Isagenix because they talked about momentum, and they said most companies are only in momentum for 18 months. We have been in momentum since I joined in 2012 until this year. That is gigantic. But this lady was saying when her company went through this, like all companies do, she said she literally went out and she traveled to a different place, and every single day she got a pedicure. Every single night she washed off her pedicure, and she went to a new place every day, and she enrolled several of her people who gave her a pedicure, and we were all dying. I know that sounds so wasteful to most of us, but think in that terms. That's what John's telling you here, is to get outside of maybe the same place you go. And I know we have guys on the phone, and although I do know John likes a pedicure. So, think outside the box, guys. Now, I was talking about a different John. I don't know about you, John. John Stankiewicz likes a pedicure. I don't know about you.
Sure.
Great, concept. I love the idea. Get out of our comfort zones, meet new people. That's awesome. Well, I can't thank you enough. I'm sorry you had technical issues, but we did get great value from you tonight. And I just love you, love working with you. Can't wait to see you at New Year's kickoff. And my team really appreciates you, John.
Oh, Cindy, I have so much love for you, your entire team, Scott, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. And do something today. Do it today that will make your life a better life in the future. Cindy, thank you so much for having me.
Amen. Thank you, John. Have a great night, everybody.